All right, let's just jump right into this. For years, literally years, one of the single biggest things people have asked for from Google is actually pretty simple. They just want to change their Gmail address without having to start a whole new account from scratch. And, well, it looks like that day is finally here.
I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? Maybe you created an email address back in college, something like partyanimal2008, and now that's the primary contact for your bank, your job applications, everything. It doesn't exactly scream, I'm a serious professional, does it? You've just been stuck with it, or so you thought. Turns out, maybe not for much longer.
Yeah, for as long as I can remember, this has been the rule. It was set in stone. This one sentence, buried in Google's support pages, has been the source of so much frustration for so many people. The message was clear. Your Gmail address was basically a permanent digital tattoo. No takebacks.
But get this. Everything is changing. Google is completely rewriting that rule. This is a massive policy shift, and it's about to give us a power we've literally never had before.
That's right. According to Google's own support documents, the company is gradually rolling out the ability to change your username, which means you can change your actual @gmail.com address. I mean, this is a huge, huge deal.
What's kind of funny is how this whole thing came out. It wasn't some big press conference or fancy announcement. A user group on Telegram, of all places, spotted that a Google support page had been updated with all the juicy details. But weirdly, it was only visible in Hindi at first. So yeah, it kind of feels like this info slipped out a little earlier than Google planned.
Okay, so the big question is, how does this actually work? I mean, are you just supposed to abandon your old address and hope for the best? No, not at all. Let's break down how your account actually transforms.
It really couldn't be simpler, but the change is profound. Before, your address was locked in, forever. Now, you can actually pick a new username and get a brand new @gmail.com address. But, and this is the key part, you get to keep your existing account. So the magic word here is alias. This is super important. When you make the switch, your old email address doesn't just vanish into thin air. It becomes an alias. Think of it like a nickname for your account. So any email that gets sent to your old address, it still lands right in your one single inbox. No problem. And the process itself, it sounds incredibly smooth. It's basically just 3 steps. 1, you pick your new address. 2, your old one instantly becomes that alias we just talked about. And 3, all the mail from both addresses just flows into the same inbox. You don't have to manage 2 different accounts or anything complicated like. And here's the part where everyone can breathe a huge sigh of relief. You don't lose anything important. All your data, your Google Photos, your Drive files, all those old emails, it's all completely safe and unaffected. You can even sign in with either your old or new address. And maybe most importantly, nobody else can ever swoop in and claim your old username. It is still yours forever. Okay, now this awesome new freedom does come with a few rules. It's not a total free-for-all. So before you rush off to change your address, you really need to know the limits. The first big number to remember is 12, as in 12 months. Once you change your address, you are locked in for a full year. During that time, you can't just delete the new address or try to use your old one to start a totally separate new account. It's a cooldown period. And the second number you gotta know is 3. This isn't something you can just do whenever you feel like it. Google is putting a lifetime limit on this, a maximum of 3 changes per account. So that means you could have 4 different addresses in total over the life of that account, but you're gonna wanna make each change count. So let's just recap that real quick, because this is the important stuff. Your old address becomes an alias and still gets mail. You've got that 12-month cooldown period after you make a change, and you only get 3 changes total for the entire life of your account. Got it? Good.
So let's pull back for a second, because when you really think about it, this isn't just some boring technical update. This is really about reimagining your entire digital identity.
I mean, think about it. For so many of us, our email address is the very first thing someone sees. It's on your resume, your business card, in that first introductory email. This change, it finally gives you the power to control that first impression. It lets your digital self evolve right alongside you as you evolve in real life.
So here's the bottom line. That permanent digital tattoo we talked about, it's not so permanent anymore. It's editable. For the very first time, you have real control over one of the most fundamental pieces of who you are online. So the only real question left to ask is, what will your new first impression say about you?